Hi, and welcome to Screens in Focus podcast, where we share and connect as we spotlight our favorite shows and movies. I'm Diana, and today we are talking about Mayans M.C. Season 5. I have my cousin Lisa today joining me. Hi, Lisa. How are you?
Hi, everyone.
I'm so glad you're here.
Thank you for having me.
Finally. All right, because you, on your birthday, told me, I'm watching Mayans.
I love the Mayan.
And I said, oh my God, we have to cover it, right?
And I said, just tell me the day and I'll be there.
Yeah. Okay. So I always start off with a question of the day.
Okay.
So the question of the day is, who is the most badass female on Mayans MC?
I am going to say my opinion is Letty, Coco's daughter.
She just cut to the chase.
Because not only did she come as a kind of a young girl, but she just came over, took over, and when her father was killed, she just, boom, went to straight badass.
Yeah. So, well, she already was.
She already was, but now she's not afraid, and she does not back down.
No, I know. I love that about her, but it also made me worried for her too. But we're going to get into that. I totally agree with you. And that was actually going to be my pick. But just to mention the other females here, who else are you thinking about?
I'm thinking Adelita.
Yeah, exactly.
Those two. I like I don't know her name for sure, the little one.
I'm not sure which one either.
The little lady, the little person.
Soledad.
She's pretty tough too.
Yeah.
She's tiny and mighty.
Yeah.
Yeah, she is tiny and mighty. She scares me a little too.
Yeah. But I do love the women in here. And I thought, man, we're going to be talking about all the Mayans, which are all the men. But I thought, the women help make the show too.
Yes.
And so I wanted to make sure that we mention them because Emily is in here. And then the Patricia, who's played by Dana Delaney, who is putting pressure on Miguel, is in here. So there are some strong women. And also with Letty is Hope, her friend who was Coco's girlfriend at the time. In the past, there is Dita.
Yes.
Who wasn't likable, but she was very
powerful.
Yeah.
She was very powerful.
Yeah. There's a lot of... and then, of course, there's Ezekiel's current girlfriend, Sophia.
Right.
And then there was Gabby also.
Gabby was, I feel... She was a badass because she kept up with Easy, but she was actually a very sweet...
Yeah, she was. Yeah.
She was pure, and I was sad to... we'll get into that, too.
Yeah. And also the women, and I don't know all their names, but all the women at the bar.
The bartenders.
Yeah.
Okay. I have something to say about that later, too.
Oh, you do?
Yeah.
Okay, we're going to have to revisit this. So there's so many women. So... our friends out there, let us know what you think. Who is the most badass female on Mayans MC? You can reach out to us on Twitter or Instagram at Screens in Focus. All our social media links are on our website at screensinfocus.com because we would love to hear from you. You can find the links in our show notes. Okay, so we are going to be covering the first 5 episodes of Season 5 of Mayans MC. And then after the finale, we'll come back and talk about the next 5 episodes. So there are 10 episodes altogether. So we're breaking this up into 2 podcast episodes. So stay tuned for the second one, but we're going to dig into the first 5 episodes here. All right. So the premise of Mayans MC, it's a spinoff of Sons of Anarchy. And we see Ezekiel... Reyes is fresh out of prison and a prospect in the Mayans MC charter on the California-Mexico border, where he was once the golden boy, but now must carve out a new identity. So originally, what made you watch Mayans and what were your overall thoughts on it?
Well, I started because of Sons of Anarchy. I started getting really into that show by accident, and I followed it till the end. And then when I heard the Mayans, which Alvarez, who was showed on the Mayans, was going to make a spinoff, and then I saw the cast lineup, and I said, I've always been a J.D. Pardo fan. So that's what attracted me at first. And now I'm just hooked.
I was going to say exactly the same thing with you. Exactly. So I've been watching this from the beginning. Something that you said. Oh, J.D. Pardo. I didn't know him before.
Oh, I know him.
How well do you know him, cousin?
I pretend I know him.
Oh my goodness. What else has he been in that you've seen?
Actually, I've seen him on, what was the name of the show? Now I just went on a blank. But I saw him on a couple of police shows. And so he was a totally different character. I kind of followed him like I follow Jay Hernandez, which is a little off topic, but I kind of had that. I kind of feel that they're similar. So I wanted to see what kind of character he was going to play in a motorcycle club.
Yeah.
Because, you know, a lot of his body tattoos and art is all done for the show.
Oh, okay.
So so it's kind of a whole different look. Yeah, fun fact. You know, a lot of them, all the characters are just tatted just for the show.
Ooh, I would be curious to see
what they look like without the tattoos.
Yeah,
me too. And other stuff.
My goodness. Okay. So, I liked the premise also that Ezekiel was a Stanford student, this golden child of this proud Mexican family until his mother was killed and, the cartel violence and seeking vengeance. So I thought that was a real draw to watch. I like the story. Plus it's based here in California, which is where we're at. So.
Yeah. And if you really watch it, technically there is no Santo Padre However, if you really watch the show, we have family actually in that area, in the Imperial Valley.
Yeah.
So exactly. I kind of wonder how much of it is filmed there because the Mexicali border's there. And, we have family that's from that area.
Yeah, exactly.
So we might be part of the Mayans without knowing it.
Could be. You never know. All right. Let's talk about these characters and their relationships as the series progressed. What stood out to you in the first 4 seasons?
The first 4 seasons, okay, I'm kind of like you. I was drawn to the whole Stanford, boy, close by our home. Right. We live in the Bay Area. Like, where's this going to go? Where are they going to put Easy? Is he going to come in and turn the club around? I never expected Easy to be where he was because I felt when he was a prospect, he was kind of questioning himself. Is this the right place for him?
Right.
Should he do this? I know he struggled with, should I stay in the motorcycle club? And, he took a lot of abuse from his own brother, being a prospect. And now seeing him as the president has totally blown me away in the things that he's done in the last couple of episodes.
Yeah, absolutely. He was a prospect and now he's the president after these 5 seasons. That's just so crazy. I love that there were brothers and this father that were the central characters of all of this. I thought that was a real draw just because family, right? And also that Emily, who was his love before he went to prison, is now married
to his rival.
Yeah. And I thought, I want to see this. And she was actually more of a central character in the first season for sure, but I think the first couple seasons, now I feel like
she's kind of off on the side.
Yeah.
However, I still feel, with all the things that have went on with Easy, I still feel that he has such a soft heart. And when Emily's asked him for help, he's been there, just like he's always promised to take care of her. I see the soft spot come out of him. I think that's why it draws me to Easy too. I feel he struggles with the hard life and the good life.
Right. Yeah. Right. He does. But we see him really going toward the dark, especially this season. Well, no, half of last season, which we're going to get into that in just a few minutes. But I was going to say, because we've seen it deepen through each season. And when he killed Dita, I thought that was a huge
turning point.
Really big turning point.
Well, I just didn't think he was going to do that. And after he did that, everything he did didn't surprise me as much because, like you said, that turning point, unexpected. And sometimes though, I have to go back because I can't remember, maybe you can answer this. I feel like his dad always wanted him to do good, but I feel like the dad, when the show started, had so many secrets. How much of that affected the boys?
Yeah.
So true. I don't know. Is the dad to blame for some of this? Was his mom an innocent bystander? The movie goes by fast. It's filmed a lot in the dark, and you have to really keep up. So if you nod off for a second, you could come back and it'd be a whole different scene starting. Right. So I sometimes I have to go back and really watch what happened.
Right. No, I agree because sometimes I can't remember the details either because so much happens and so much is said. And I have to remember what exactly happened. And you're right, he did keep a lot of secrets in the beginning. And I think he apologized to his sons.
Yes.
He told them he was sorry for, either how that influenced them.
And still, it's never really said. I don't know if we're going to get into this, but remember the agent, Kevin Jimenez, was their cousin.
Yes, I found that out.
But how was he their
I don't know
Was
that.
he Felipe's nephew? How? And then the other thing is they always refer back to the pictures. Remember the old pictures of Easy's dad?
Yeah.
With Galindo's dad and Dita? So did the dad work for the cartel? It gets kind of fuzzy there. He worked for the cartel, then he tried to do good. He had an affair with Dita, and then Miguel is the child of that.
Yeah.
So it's a lot of plot twists.
We're going to have to dig a little further back to see what was happening there. I think another, this didn't have to do with the brothers, but I thought a shocker for me, there's like 3 different things before season 5 that shocked me. One was, Easy killing Dita. Also was Taza killing Riz. Mm-hmm. I was shocked when he did that. I'm like, oh my gosh, I can't believe you're doing that. Now, I thought he was doing that. I think at first I wasn't sure why he did that. But then I heard 2 different things. And I know one of the things was that he wanted the war to proceed. And by killing him, then the Mayans would continue on their vengeance.
Correct.
So that was what the one avenue. I don't know. Is that why you thought?
I haven't put together why. I believe I'm kind of with you. He did it so that the Mayans could keep going and it would still have more of a storyline, but it was a plot twist. Again, the things that come up, it's kind of you follow the story, and as soon as you get into you understand what's going on, the show takes a different turn. So sometimes I have to go back and say, wait, what? Why is? And I've gone back several times and watched an episode again, just to kind of go fast forward and look and see what exactly is happening. Because the details go so fast, and you're trying to absorb it all, but you can't.
Right. Because then something else happens, and then you're trying to stay focused on that. And then something else happens, which is why we love it, right? Because all this stuff is happening. You're like, oh my gosh, I can't believe they're doing all this.
Well, what's really confusing, too, is when other chapters come in, not just the Sons of Anarchy, but the other ones from Stockton, I believe. And they come in and they all have their vest on and they all have a similar hair color. You're like, wait, what group do you belong to? You almost have to wait till they turn around to see the vest. And I'm like, wait, I have to look at their tag or I have to look at the back of their vest. And it's kind of confusing.
Yeah. And then last season when Easy killed Gabby.
Oh, my heart broke.
It did. I was like, well, I knew he was protecting his brother, but even Angel's all like, what the hell are you doing?
Why did you? Well, that was the thing. That right there shows you that there was no turning back. Easy was trying to prove a point of loyalty to his family. And he said, Gabby was trying to pull out the good in Easy, which she did, but she also understood where he was coming from. But I don't know if you remember, I can't remember verbatim the line, but he said, Angel is my brother. Like, I can't turn on my brother.
Yeah.
No matter how much, when Easy was a prospect, Angel was not nice to him. Mm-mm. And, all of that, they had all this bickering. Obviously you could see that Easy was the favored son and Angel had issues and dad issues and mom issues.
Yeah.
And at the end, Easy showed that blood came before anybody, even before himself, because he really did love Gabby.
I know.
He was ready to leave the club for her.
Yeah.
And when he was at that hospital scene and saw her, everything just changed for him within a minute.
It did. I was so shocked. I was shocked. And I did think that this is the point. Now, this is the point of no return, especially because you loved her and because she was a sweet person trying to help others. With Dita, it was like not good, but that was just because it was at your hand. You were, killing this woman. But of course, we all saw her as, I don't want to say a villain, but.
Yeah, she was kind of a town villain.
Yeah.
Yeah. I guess that's what you would classify her as, because she had so many secrets.
She did. And so, she had their mother killed. So she did a lot of things, but with Gabby, she was just a sweet, innocent person. And I don't know, maybe it was partially that she left him too. I mean, the dad told her to get out and she did. And maybe he's like, oh, okay, well.
You didn't love me enough.
Yeah, you didn't love me enough and you left. So here I'm protecting my brother.
That one was a heartbreaker. There are still some parts that I don't understand at all. Like, I'm still trying to piece together what their part is in the show. Like, I don't know if we can get into it now, but Potter, the FBI agent.
Yeah.
What exactly, did we take him down and then he's been in hiding and now he's coming back?
I actually am not sure where Potter is at either. I need to brush up on my Potter background.
Well, exactly. I think everybody does because it's very vague. It's very black and white. I mean, not black and white. It's very gray area for him because he was controlling the Reyes brothers and they were afraid of him.
He's controlling everybody.
But now he was in hiding, remember? And he had a child and...
Oh, that's right.
A female companion. I'm not sure if that was... And now he's coming back. But when the deputy director with her big title is interviewing him, he's not backing down.
No.
He's like, you're not going to question me. So what is Potter's... What is
his
Potter?
role or authority?
Yeah. What is his...
Well, he still has authority because they're telling her basically to back off.
Why?
I know, exactly.
What is that about? And the other one is Adelita. Remember how she ran all those children and,
yes.
And with their mask and everything? But now she's with Angel, so she stopped all her work? Or what?
Well, they have something on her, too.
But what is she doing? That she's paying those people, bringing money to them? Do you see in the last episode how she drops off money and then they pay her? What is she doing?
Too much. I don't know. We're going to have to figure that out. Okay, we're going to have more for you in our second half. Let's dig into the first half of the season, the first 5 episodes. So in season 5 of Mayans, Easy fights to save his club as they face a series of setbacks. Their heroin warehouse is torched, cutting off their income, and now cartel queen Soledad is icing the Mayans out of the drug trade, and the Sons of Anarchy San Bernardino chapter, led by Isaac Packer, man, he's crazy dude, poses a major threat. And so meanwhile, a corrupt gang called Iron War targets Creeper, leading to an attempted murder. And it's just a high stakes game of survival and betrayal and revenge for the Mayans. It's such a wild ride. What did you think of these first 5 episodes?
Okay, I have to ask this that you just mentioned. Is it heroin or fentanyl we're dealing with?
Well,
or a little both?
I think a little both, because I think that the Mayans have the fentanyl, but I think it was a heroin warehouse
that they wanted to keep continuing, but they went into fentanyl because there was more money coming in?
I think so.
Okay.
I believe that's correct.
Okay, so now tell me about the prospect, the cooker.
Oh, yeah.
The prospect, what is his role and where did he come from? He just showed up all of a sudden as a prospect.
You know, I wondered if I missed it. Did I?
No.
So he just popped in
just
like
showed
you do?
up. But there's something strange about him that I don't know.
Like him.
No, I like him. Not strange like I don't like. Strange like...
How did he just pop in?
Yeah. How did they get to him? It's almost like, do you remember the last prospect that was killed?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
And now they have this prospect. So it makes me believe, like, where are they getting these prospects? Like, there's no background on them. They just show up in their prospects.
True.
So how do you become a prospect is my question. What's really the question to all the club right now is, who is the rat? I want to know your thoughts on who is the rat.
You had mentioned that to me previously, or asked me previously, and I thought, well, it's easy, right? I mean, that's what is out there. But you made me wonder if it could be somebody else, because you have thoughts on that, which you're going to share right now.
Well, Easy, his job was to be a rat. That cut some of his time. And so now I go back to, it didn't show it right away that Kevin Jimenez was his cousin until after. But got him out, cut his time out if he helped to work and shut down the Mayan motorcycle club. However, I could see Easy, the obvious choice for being the rat or the mole, but he's actually killing people now.
I know.
So is that part of the deal? Do you get away with murder for being a rat?
I wouldn't think so.
So
But who knows?
But everybody in there has killed someone. So now I don't know who the rat is. And has Easy only killed in self-defense?
No.
Because Dita. That's what threw me off. I thought, remember the guy who he was banging his head on the floor?
Yeah.
I said he was fighting him. That was not an accident, but it could be as self-defense. But Dita, I mean, they set her on fire.
Yeah.
So I don't know. Then I thought Angel, because he's trying to turn good. Has he made a deal so that his son could grow up in a safe environment? Is it Felipe, the dad?
Oh, he doesn't know enough about them. I don't think he knows enough.
Or do we think he doesn't know enough?
You were so funny. You're like, oh.
The other one, I think, and this is just my opinion, so I don't get mad, everyone. Is it Galindo? And is that why he was missing for a while? Remember when he was in the jungle or in Mexico and hiding and he lost everything? Did he make a deal with someone? Because now he's back on the top of the cartel, but he's not the shot caller.
No, but they're trying to make a deal with him, or at least Patricia is trying to make a new deal with him, though.
But is he the rat? So many options. This is something that is going to surprise everyone, I think. I've been hearing rumors that one of the main characters is going to die, but I don't know that either.
That what?
One of the main characters. Oh. So, and my saddest part of this whole thing is this is the last season. So we have to have
closure happening.
We need closure. I personally would like to audition for the Mayans.
I think it's too late, unfortunately.
Maybe we should start a spinoff.
I know we're going to have to, right? The cousins.
A girls' motorcycle club.
All right. Well, I wanted to talk about Angel and Easy's relationship just a little bit because we already kind of talked about Easy's path down toward darkness, but we've seen Angel on the other end going the other direction toward the light. And it's because he had that one gal that he was going to have a baby with. She ended up losing it, but I still think that it just put him on a different path.
Oh.
And then Adelita came back and they were able to get the baby and she showed up with the baby, and now he's just in a different headspace now.
Well, it's almost like they reversed roles.
Yeah, exactly.
They reversed roles. And if you look, there are a couple of the tough ones, like Angel and Bishop, who now have changed roles.
Yes.
But both being because of children. Remember, Bishop had lost his family.
Yeah.
And now he's finding this nice woman with a family. He's holding a baby.
Yeah.
And Angel, I think they're looking at everyone around them that's passing away, leaving, and they want to have a better life. Yeah. Which brings me to Alvarez, who is Bishop's cousin. He left.
Oh, are they cousins?
Yes.
Okay.
So Bishop's name in the show is Obispo.
Yes.
So sometimes you got to listen really carefully to see,
confused.
Are they Bishop, Obispo? Because it kind of, they're in the dark when you're watching it at night. You're like, what is that? So Alvarez, remember, he used to make the deals with the Sons. Then he's back, he left the club willingly to work for the Galindos. Now he's retired, having a child with his wife.
Yeah.
But I feel he's missing that life. He looks like he's missing that life.
He looks like he's missing something.
Is he the rat? Who thought on that one?
You got everybody out. You're questioning everybody.
Everybody. I want to know who the mole is. It's people you think you can trust.
I know. It totally is. I love it because you do have to think, is it this person? Is it that person? But I wanted to bring up a moment between Angel and Bishop when Angel goes to Bishop and says, how do you balance this life with having a child? And Bishop says something to the effect of, basically he would choose his family, to have a family.
If he had to go back and give up, he wouldn't be there. He wouldn't be in the motorcycle club.
Exactly.
So I think that goes back to what I just said as far as they're realizing, is this life worth it?
Right.
I mean, they have all these rules that they do and these oaths to live by.
Ooh.
But they're realizing, is it worth it?
Exactly. Oh, maybe I wonder if this is a good time to bring up the rules. The police are after us. least when they found us out, we got to get the heck out of here.
They're coming to our studio.
They're like, those people are podcasting on the Mayans and we have to be a part of it. Let's get in there.
They're getting closer. I hear the motorcycle.
Let's take off on it.
I'll drive. Okay, are we going to talk about the rules? And remember, you fact check these rules. So these are the rules that the Mayans play by or should be playing by.
Yes.
Okay, first rule, no one disrespects the club. Give me an example of that one.
I'm trying to remember if they have.
Well,
have they?
You remember, he was a prospect, the one with the long, he used to work for Alvarez with the long braids.
Okay.
I remember a scene, and I could be wrong, and I believe it was him. He said something that was kind of offensive, and they kind of pushed him or roughed him up a little bit for that. So, and that was just for saying something. So that would probably be, you can't even play around.
No.
They wouldn't last in our family. Put the club before blood. Ooh. That also wouldn't last in our family.
No.
Blood first.
Exactly.
As crazy as our family is, we still protect them.
Yeah.
No secrets.
That's a hard one. And everybody's got secrets, man.
Us included. Yeah. Keep yourself clean. Now, that might be hard because they're making money. And did you notice how Easy was giving everybody money? Mm-hmm. They were so is that kind of their job, how they get their money?
Probably.
Or do they have other jobs?
Did you see when he did it? Because Angel's there saying, oh, we don't want to push this fentanyl. This is what we're about. And they all say, yeah, we agree. And then
they all take the money.
And they all take the money. And
I mean, if you're going to throw money at me.
Well, except for Coco. That's why Coco had to hide his drug use. He wasn't clean.
Yeah, he wasn't clean, which was sad because it does show you that life, as much as he loved his club, he loved his drugs more.
I know.
And yeah, I feel like Coco really wanted to be a dad. And it was hard the way Coco was raised and he killed his own mother.
Yeah.
God, I was a little bit.
I miss him.
That was a little Godfather for me.
Yeah.
Yeah. Okay. Don't underestimate the president. El presidente. Which is easy. Yeah. So,
well, originally, though, it wasn't. We went through a couple of presidents here. And then they did the...
Do you remember how they got rid of Bishop? They just kind of voted him out.
I kept wondering about that. And I know they did it, but I kept saying, what?
Well, he didn't even ask, I want to step down. They just said, you're out. And then they did this.
The gavel.
Yeah, the gavel.
I think it was called with Kill Switch. Wasn't it called with Marcus? I think it was called Kill Switch.
Yes.
I think. Anyway, keep going.
Okay. Don't mess with the product.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I don't think any of them have a hard time.
No, they're selling it.
So.
They're staying clean.
Yeah.
Stay in your territory. This is what the war's about. They want to have the knack on where they live and what their area. So, you stay in yours, we'll stay in ours. And Easy tried to make that deal with that club, with the Sons. We'll keep this part, you keep that part.
Yeah.
But that didn't go well.
Mm-mm.
No. And Easy got a butt whooping. Yeah. Never rat.
The question of the day. Oh, man, never rat. We're going to find out who that is.
Yeah, well, because we actually haven't seen anyone rat.
How do I want to say this? Probably out of all of these, that to me would be one of the highest ones. I just don't feel like you should rat your people out.
No, I don't either. But the never rat, here's the thing.
But then it's hard, though, right?
Well,
what if it has to do with your family and you're trying to protect your family?
Well, we haven't seen anybody.
There's some caveats there.
Yeah, because we haven't seen actually anyone. Everyone's tight-lipped, so they're doing it behind each other's back. Somebody is. Yeah. There is a mole in there. Serve something greater.
That's interesting.
Yeah, because are they actually programming them to say that this is a greater life? Is that how they attract them into the motorcycle club?
I don't know, but that seems interesting. I want to know what that rule means to them.
Yeah, because it almost reminds me a little bit culty, religious,
right.
There's something greater than your family, than your life.
Something greater. Maybe it means more than just yourself. You're serving the club. You're serving in a community.
But okay, is the club actually, what good is what is your opinion of what the club is doing that's good?
Well, I'm not taking it as doing it
Community
that
service.
way. No, I'm saying that you as yourself don't just serve yourself. You're serving
your brotherhood.
Yes, exactly.
Okay.
That's exactly.
Are the Mayans, I mean, is it fair to say Mayans is a bad club?
Well, not the way we look at it and view it. I know exactly. I hear what you're saying.
Okay.
Because what are they doing, right? Yeah. Maybe they feel they're protecting their territory.
I'm
right?
attracted to this show, but what are they? I mean, there's a lot of killing, there's a lot of cheating, there's a lot of lying,
drug use, and
that's what makes the show.
Yeah, it is.
Yeah, and that's what makes the show. And we're watching it.
Yep, we are.
Okay, last rule, and this one we've seen a lot: an eye for an eye. So yeah, when they mess with someone, especially someone that's important to them or in the club, they go after.
Exactly.
So,
because you can't show that you're weak.
No, it's a good thing we got along all our lives. Good thing we've been favorite cousins.
I know, right? Exactly. All right, so let's get back to. I want to bring up Creeper being in jail, and he was the one who started everything about finding out that there's a rat.
Okay.
So,
however, why is Creeper having an affair with the agent?
I think she was set up because they had met, I thought at not a restaurant, but at the bar or somewhere. They met somewhere casually, and she just kept coming around him, giving him the eyes. And
so it was a kind of a fall in love kind of relationship, but then she found out he was in the...
No, she purposely did it. This was her intention.
I missed that part. Or I don't know if I missed it. I have not missed an episode, but I feel like, how did that become it looks like a very romantic relationship.
She accidentally fell for him while she was
supposed to be getting information.
Exactly. That's how I see it. If there's something different, friends out there, let us know what it is. But that's what I recall from it, because I remember sort of, him noticing that she was giving him the eyes and stuff. And of course, then they started, I don't even know if they dated. They might have just slept together. And then they, kept seeing each other. And then.
But do you notice when after he got beat and they had him in another room, then they let her go in and see him.
Mm-hmm.
So it's almost that the FBI or whatever you want to call them, the deputies or whatever, are even worse than what the clubs are doing.
I know.
Because they're letting so much stuff slip. I mean, is that how the real world works? I mean, it's not giving a very good reputation. There's
a lot of corruption.
Yeah. And we know that doesn't happen here.
No, it doesn't. Not at all. Okay, I think they have the helicopters after us now, Lisa. Not just
they know what we're talking about.
Moving vehicles.
Could one of us be the rat?
It could be. I don't know. And then Emily and Miguel.
Oh my gosh!
He killed her sister. Took the son, Cristobal.
And Emily doesn't know that her sister's dead.
Well, I think she
knows. Well, do you?
She knows as well. The rest of us know. We don't know
for sure. Yeah. But did you see how she said, "What have you done with my sister?"
Yeah. Because it was her phone. Yeah. It was her phone that he had. So he has the kid, he has her phone, and then she doesn't hear from her sister anymore.
But how much love he had for Emily. And do you see how this just changed overnight? How now he's keeping her hostage, won't let her go to the store. I mean, it seems that Miguel, I don't want to spoil anything, but up to this date, everyone should already know what's going on.
Yeah.
Miguel and Easy and Angel are half brothers, obviously.
Yeah.
Or that's what we're told. So I kind of was hoping that Miguel is going to get an Angel and Easy are going to have this reunion and be brothers and everything's going to be fun again. But then Emily's already dated one brother and now she's married to the other brother. It's a whole scandal. It's a whole scandal.
I didn't think about it that way. I'm going to touch upon that in a little bit too, but I think the same way. I'm like, they're brothers. See, but that's us, right? We're family, so we've got that whole thing. We think they think the same way. Because I wanted to talk about family, loyalty, and the characters. Okay. And so that's a great segue into all of this. Because how what we have seen, that Angel wants his own family. So what is he willing to do? He loves Easy, and he's done so much for Easy, and Easy's done so much for him. But, when you do start having your own family.
Has Easy crossed that line where Angel's not respecting him, though? I keep asking myself that.
We don't know what Sophia said to Easy about what his brother said. I'm so curious how
that is going to be tonight.
How she said it, yes.
Okay. So
yes, we're recording this on a Wednesday before we see episode 6.
Okay, so I'm going back to the question that is burning in me. The rat. Is Sophia the rat?
She has I noticed that her expression in everything is very like almost like a monotone. I know that's in your voice, but I just feel like that's her emotions.
Okay, but who is her ex that she's afraid of?
Oh, true.
Yeah, she's got a big secret that I don't know. And I feel like we only have 5 episodes left.
Yeah.
A lot has to happen.
Yeah. I don't know. I don't know if she's the right person for him. There's something, she's fine, but she's not
for him.
I don't know.
I really thought Gabby and Easy.
I did like her. I didn't know she was going to fit for that lifestyle. That's not her lifestyle.
No, but she was going to change him and he was going to be her prince.
True. True. Oh, and with Creeper, I felt he's super loyal to the club. The club. I mean, look, he didn't rat him out.
Nope.
He's like, nope, not giving it up.
Okay, but so here, going back to my big burning question on the rat, did you see Easy pull him like he was getting attacked?
Oh, yeah. Wait, we're going to get to that.
Oh, my goodness. See, spoiler alert. I'm already spoiled.
So 5 yet. We'll get there in 1 second.
Okay.
I know that I was going to say episode 5.
You're getting me too excited. You're getting me excited.
Okay. So just to wrap up the family, they're all family, right? Because they're in this Mayans together. So, we've talked about Bishop and Marcus and Miguel and then even the prospect with the cooker. They're even
amigos now.
Yes, exactly. Which I thought was so such a cool thing. It was so kind of sweet in a way.
Yeah, having a soda, chips, and they're amigos. Yeah.
And then he says, "Where is Elio? Isn't that his name? Elio? I can't remember." He's like, "Where is he?" And because he's over where the girls are at. We didn't even talk about that. The girl.
Yes, I was going to bring that up. What is that about?
Yes.
Talk about some badasses.
Yeah.
Those girls are scary.
They may help back up the Mayans when they need it too.
But they're scary.
Yeah.
They scare me.
Yeah. So, we'll figure out how they play in. Okay, so let's talk about episode 5 because we keep wanting to. We have these
We're
thoughts.
jumping up to the...
Yes, because so much happened. It felt like a season finale to me.
I thought it was. I actually thought that was my last show. And then I said, wait, there has to be some more. And then I had to look it up that there's 10 episodes. Yes. I thought there were 6.
Yeah.
So I thought, oh boy, this is into the last one tonight.
Yeah.
But no, we have 5 more.
Thank goodness. And we see that the Mayans and the Suns meet on neutral ground, and Easy puts himself on the line against a man twice his size. And we see Easy visit Creeper in jail after realizing who the rat is. Miguel and Angel have a revealing conversation. And then Sophia tells Easy what Angel told her. So, okay, what did you think?
What did Angel tell Sophia?
Well, he told her...
You need to talk to Easy. He almost thinks that she has enough power, or he loves her enough, or she's important enough for him to make a difference, because Angel is not making a difference. He's not getting through to
No,
Easy.
He's not. And Miguel told him, figure out a way, because he says, I have no influence on him. And Miguel says, well, then find a way to get to him.
It's almost...
Because he's trying to help, though. Yeah. Which was very...
It's almost like Miguel wants to help.
Yes.
Because there goes back to blood.
That's what I'm thinking and saying. Yes, I agree.
Goes back to the ties of blood.
Yes.
And he's looking out. He grew up with all this hatred towards him, but as he finds out, and as more things are revealed about his mother, I don't know, blood's thicker than water kind of thing.
Yeah.
Goes back to that. But here we go again with the rat. Easy goes to visit Creeper. And when he says, are you the rat, Easy? and Easy grabs him on top of him and pretends like he's getting beat. So that gives you kind of the impression that Easy is admitting he is the rat, or does Easy just trying to throw him off? See, I don't know.
Okay, so when he did that, I know why he did it, because he wanted him to be in confinement because he needed the time so that he wouldn't tell
anybody else,
right? But when he actually did that, I didn't like it. Like, he's getting beat up by these guys. They could have killed him.
Yeah.
And so you really put him in harm's way.
Well, that's what I'm saying. Give yourself time to...
Yes.
So almost I took it as he was doing it to protect him. But then when I saw all the officers beating him, I said, you're just letting him take a beat down like that. And
if I was Creeper, I'd be like, what the hell, man?
We're supposed to put the club first.
Yeah. What are you doing this to me? I would think that would make Creeper even more, just so much, enraged because he did that. Because he's so much about the club and the rules to me. Creeper's a great character. Yeah. I really like him because he's so committed.
He's so committed. Not even giving up his love interest for the club.
Right, like he's not. Yeah, but he does love her and care for her. I mean, he's not putting her in jeopardy, though, but he's just not for himself. He's putting the club in front of his happiness.
Well, okay, so I have some thoughts, and I'll probably hold it till our next episode. Because you said something, and I feel like this is how I feel it's going to end. And I don't know. Okay. I don't want to say it.
In a minute, because I'm going to ask you for your predictions, and you need to say it, because why not? Okay. It'll be on the record, and then you'll say, "Ooh, I was right," because you don't know.
I don't know.
You don't know.
Kurt Sutter has not told me the ending.
JD Pardo hasn't been talking in his sleep.
He hasn't texted me in a while.
All right. So, when I watched this episode, it was so good. Like I said, I thought it felt like it was the ending. The part where the Sons and the Mayans meet, I just thought that whole scene was just really well done. I thought there was so much intensity. I love that Easy kept repeating the same line over and over again to Isaac. And Isaac, oh my gosh, Isaac was doing everything to get to them. Like, oh, where's Coco? Where's Coco? And he's so good at portraying that. Like, what happened to him? Oh, I had no idea. I'm like, oh my God.
Almost psychotic.
Yes.
Yeah, he plays such a horrible character.
He's so good.
He's so good at his character, but it's such a mean, dark character.
Yes.
He really gets into it. I'd be curious on what kind of person he is.
I really like him, even though he's on Sons. I'm like, you're a weirdo. You're crazy. I don't like him.
Gives him the crazy look with the eyes.
Yes. Like, I don't like him at all. He's a villain. If he gets killed, great. But as an actor, I can separate the actor from the character, so it makes me almost want to see what else he does in other roles, because he's just so good at what he does. He's
very good in character.
Yeah. So when he did that, I thought, oh my gosh, you're really twisting the knife and putting salt on that wound, and they were getting pissed. And then, of course, he says,
And when they were going to put the big guy from the Mayans to fight the other big guy from the Sons, and then Easy did it, he's proving to the club, because this way, if the word got out that Easy could be the rat, they'd say, no, he wasn't. He put the club first.
Yeah. And I think he needed to do it to prove... I think he was going to do it anyways. That's the type of person he is. Plus, he works out. He probably wants to show off what he's got. And
I wasn't going to go there, but okay.
Yeah. And then also, I think it was just showing his commitment to the club. So yeah, he could come back and say, yeah, I made a deal back then, but that was before I knew all you guys, and look what everything that I've done now.
But did you see Angel's face? And it almost like it broke his heart that his brother got beat.
And that was a brutal scene.
I thought Easy was, I thought he was a goner.
It looked that way, and you knew he was going to get the shit beaten out of him. But when that guy, the Sons, he was so much bigger. Mm-hmm. But I thought, just because you're bigger doesn't mean that you can move easily. And so
I'm little. I could still kick someone's ass.
Yes, exactly. So I thought he's going to do something. And of course, looked like he put some wrestling moves into.
And remember, Easy was a wrestler.
Maybe in college too, right? Kept it up in prison too. I don't know. But yeah, the way he crushed that guy's skull.
It's, you know what? It made me have a dark side to Easy, and I don't want to because I
know.
I absolutely adore that character.
Yeah. Okay, and then the end. After all that happened, after all of it, Letty and Hope. And you know what's interesting? Through the whole thing, Letty and Hope, when we kept seeing them happy, dancing, I'm like, why? They keep showing this that they're happy and something's going to turn. And I kept waiting for the other shoe to drop.
Because, yeah, they finally, like, it's almost like they're carefree and young girls and just getting to be free.
Right.
And they want to have a good life, but, oh, when the sun's entered, and I'm scared to watch tonight.
I know, right? It's just what's going to happen with them. We don't know. All right. We're at a segment that I call And the Award Goes To. So tell me, what was your favorite quote, character, or moment in season 5 so far?
In season 5, my favorite character is Easy. And, I'm just so sad when he got beat up. I don't want to talk about it. It makes my heart break.
That's okay. That's great. That's your favorite character.
But when he got up and he was all bloody and beat up, I was so sad.
I know.
I love him.
My favorite part was when he turned it around and looked at all of his brothers and then said, when I told you I believe for you, I meant it.
Yeah. And, well, I'll tell you, that episode last week made me cry.
Oh,
it did make me cry.
Yeah.
I mean, I could feel those punches when he was getting beat. I was closing my eyes. I
know. I was like yelling, and the family was like, "What's going on over there? What's happening?"
Well, everyone's asleep in my house at that time because they all get up early to go to that thing called work, and it's dark. The dog's asleep at my feet, and I'm screaming and yelling, and Mike comes out of bed, which is my husband, and is all, "What's wrong?" I'm just watching the Mayans. And you can't put your volume
with me.
You can't put your volume low because you can't hear what they're saying.
No, you can't.
No.
That's so funny because I was yelling like, "What's happening over there?" I'm like, Easy's fighting with a guy 2 times his size.
Well, the funny part of this whole thing is my husband, who rides a motorcycle, was the one who got me on the Suns. And then he started, when the Mayans came out, he said, there's going to be a spinoff and we're going to watch this together. And my son-in-law and my husband have both given up on me, and I'm the only one watching the Mayans now.
So good. They're going to have to catch up.
Yeah.
So, okay, tell me, do you have any predictions for the second half?
Yes. Okay, this is how I feel that the season is going to end. And I'm strictly going on how Sons of Anarchy ended when they got rid of the main character. So what I'm predicting is Creeper is going to get a message to one of the brothers or someone, and they are going to think it's Easy, and they are going to kill off Easy. And after he's dead and Angel's at his grave site, they're going to find out the rat is someone else, and Easy's going to die for nothing. And I'm going to be heartbroken.
That is so depressing, Lisa. That's so specific.
I know.
That's a good thought, though.
Yeah, I feel like Angel and Miguel are going to look at each other when they're burying Easy and saying, it wasn't worth it, kind of thing. And that's how it's going to close the scene, that we lost someone good and then...
Someone good.
I don't know. That's just Lisa's prediction.
Yeah. No, I hear you, though, with Easy, because I'm just afraid for him. And we saw what happened to Jax on Sons of Anarchy. So I'm thinking this is the same direction that Easy's going toward. Things keep escalating. He's now the president. So it's just these parallels that we see. Will he die? And also, really, he keeps doing things. If he keeps on this path, then, how far will he go? I mean, he hasn't gone that far yet. I mean, he has. He's done terrible things, but, he hasn't. Well,
it goes back to Kurt Sutter, the writer. Like, he does put the club. I mean, he really makes you believe that the club comes first because, Jax killed his own mother.
Yeah.
Easy. What, like you said, how far will he go?
Yeah. Isn't Kurt out? Hasn't he been out of the picture for a little while?
Kurt Sutter, no, he's still a writer.
Or does he not direct anymore or something? What happened? Something happened. Remember, some big thing happened.
I don't know, but
he got fired.
No.
Yeah,
he did.
Fired. Yeah.
Oh, well, he created the show.
Oh, he created it and he was part of it. But then at some point, he was I think in 2022, he wasn't a part of it anymore because I know the guy that's directing it is his partner, his partner in this whole Mayans, EJ, or what's his name?
Oh, I do know.
EJ, what's his name? I want to say his name correctly.
Okay, if I'm looking this up correctly, Kurt Sutter has been fired from Mayans following what sources describe as a multiple complaints over his behavior.
Yeah, that happened a little while back. So
was late 2019.
Yeah.
Showrunner Elgin James.
Yeah, Elgin James. So I think Elgin James I know he's the director, but I'm assuming that he was the co-creator, co-executive producer, and the writer. And so I think he's writing the episodes right now.
Oh, maybe.
I believe. But anyway, only because you've mentioned him a couple times, I wanted to make sure that we had the right information out there. So go ahead with what you were saying about how he writes these stories about being committed to the club.
I mean, his characters, I mean, whoever is still writing the characters, but when they started with the show, I mean, these characters are so believable. I think that's what attracts people to the show is it's not like you see other shows with hospital shows or surgeries and they're kind of unrealistic certain parts.
Yeah.
I mean, this show is very realistic.
It is.
I mean, it's almost like you could say, wow, you could believe this is really happening in southern border towns.
Exactly. And the women, when I was researching a little bit about the women on the show, I saw a little segment with them, and I think it's on FX. If you go on YouTube, you could see it. If you look up women on Mayans, it had them talking about the roles that they play and how realistic it is, and and how much the show has supported that. So you're hitting it right on the head with saying that, how realistic it is.
Okay, yeah. I mean, I definitely believe it. And I think almost you have to get into character and be that character while you're like constantly, not just like you're filming and you go home when you're someone else. I feel like this is the kind of show where you have to be that character until the show's over.
Oh my gosh. That would be hard.
Yeah.
Oh my gosh. And did you know that J.D. Pardo had directed?
Yes, I did see
the one before last. I think it was.
Yes.
Might have been episode 4. Yeah, it was really good. He did a great job. Okay, back to our predictions. I also wanted to say that Isaac, I don't know if this is a prediction or not, but just a thought that Isaac could use Letty to use her against the Mayans to save Hope. So he may set her up to help him.
Okay, but because I feel like Letty thinks that Hope is the last part of her dad.
Yeah, so she wants to protect her, save her. So what is she willing to do? And if Isaac, being crazy Isaac, he says basically he said something to her like.
It's almost like he's going to get her hooked again on drugs.
Well, that was my first thought. But no, I think he's going to use her to get to the Mayans because they don't know. They're going to see Hope just come back into their lives and think that she's there and they're going to help her and protect her because of Coco. But then maybe they're using her and she's going to have to pretend like she's doing something. I don't know. I just think that he's going to use her to get back at Sons in some way.
Well, what about the bartenders?
That one gal, who was flipping and then she wasn't.
Who is she?
Yeah, I don't know.
See, there's so much of the unknown we don't know.
Right. Well, she was feeding information on the Mayan. She was a rat or a mole or whatever you want to call her, but then she decided to stop doing that.
Well,
too.
I feel like regardless of what happens, there are going to be so many unanswered questions, and we need another season. I don't want it to stop.
I know. And we've talked about this already, but talking about Miguel saving his brothers, I just think that something is going to happen. But then maybe that's just us being optimistic and having that whole family bond, blood thing happen. But I just think that something will come about that. So for me, it's that Miguel will help his brothers, his half-brother somehow, that Isaac will use Letty for his benefit to help him with defeating the Mayans. And then I'm just scared for Easy. Maybe what you said will happen, but it doesn't look good for him surviving the season. And I hate saying that, but those are my thoughts. So any last thoughts you have before we close out this
I'd be interested to see if people could let us know what they think.
Yeah.
And so that at our final finale, we can discuss some of the questions that were sent in and kind of go from there, or maybe have some more opinions on here.
Yeah, that would be great. So friends out there listening, we really want to know from you. And you can always reach us on social media. You can get there through screensinfocus.com. All our social media links are there. Or you can even email screensinfocus@gmail.com, because we would love to know. All right, that wraps up our conversation on Mayans MC. Lisa, I just wanted to ask you, do you have any TV or movie recommendations?
Well, I'm all over the board. So I watch everything from the Duggar special, ice skating, to the Mayans, reality shows. So I'm all over the board. I don't have a specific genre that I watch or a specific type of movie. I just kind of go with what's recommended from other friends. The one show that I have not watched that I know you're a huge fan of is The Walking Dead.
Oh.
So I have never watched that. So that might be something once I'm over all my shows to kind of look into.
Yeah. What's your favorite out there that you would recommend to someone else? Oh, you really need to watch this. What would you tell them?
Well, just to kind of cleanse my spirit from the Mayans, I would say I like Sweet Magnolias.
Oh, cute.
Yeah,
okay.
I think it's a very easy watch and cute Southern movie and very clean, pure, totally opposite of the Mayans.
Yeah.
But sometimes I like to do that.
Exactly.
But I'm a very big action. I love prison movies. I love killing movies. But I also like fairy tale happy endings. Yep.
I'm right there with you, cousin. Yeah, I watch everything. I watch a lot of things. But I don't have too much new things to recommend, because I just recommended things yesterday and last week. But I would say right now what I'm watching is Silo on Apple TV. I like that. It's a dystopian mystery show, and it's intriguing, and I keep tuning in, because there's a lot of shows that I start and I don't go back, but I'm tuning into that, so I must like it. I just recently started Manifest on Netflix.
Ooh,
because one of my sons had suggested that, and I had seen it way back when it started, and the first episode didn't grip me, but I went back and watched it, and now I cannot stop. And the thing is, it's a great story, but it's not like earth-shattering and, anything like that. But for some reason, I'm addicted. I stay up way too late watching it because I want to know what's going to happen. So apparently, it can be very addicting to watch that. I am watching Succession on Max, HBO Max, and I like it. I don't know if I'm as gripped as other people are, and I know people love that show.
Is that with Kiefer?
No. Succession, no. It's that family, the rich family, are all at each other's throats.
Oh, yeah. That's actually on my watch list along with Manifest. So.
Yeah. Oh, see?
I'll have to get back to you on that.
And as far as movies, I just watched Extraction 2 on Netflix, and that's a very violent but really good with Chris Hemsworth. And then at the movie theaters, I saw Transformers Rise of the Beast with Anthony Ramos, which I really love him, and Fast X with Vin Diesel and Jason Momoa. That was really good. So those are my recommendations. For more TV and movie recommendations, you can go to my blog at screensinfocus.com. And I also encourage you to check out my weekly Facebook Lives on what to watch this week. And thank you, Lisa, for joining me today.
Thank you for having me, cousin.
I'm so glad you were here. I love that you love Mayans. Yay! Somebody to talk about all this stuff with. Thank you. All right, that's our show. Thanks for tuning in. We are grateful you tuned in, and we hope something that we said today resonated with you, gave you a chuckle, some happiness, some positivity, or inspiration. Please subscribe to Screens in Focus at screensinfocus.com and tell a friend. We would love more members of our TV club. You can find our website listed in our show notes. We'll see you next time. Bye.
Bye.